So while I am sitting here, um, of course, playing my solitaire game and just chilling out, the boys are outside. Um, I'm just reminded of some stuff that I do take issue and concern with. One of those things being again, why is my so-called neighbor why have you been so invested in my life like that? Like, I ain't welcome you, I didn't invite you, I didn't give you none of that. So again, you tried to pry in. And I'm saying that because, for one, he told me who didn't like me and who this, that, and the third. I'm like, for one, I already knew and just again didn't care because like, just to be quite frank, I didn't like them first and didn't care for them like that. And so then the other thing, of course, noticing regarding my household, what my daughter got going on. Again, that's none of your business. uh, and it was something else that he said or something that I was just like, why are you so damn deeply invested? And again, of course, now I don't know all the details, but it's revealed to me that it's not good intentions at all. So, um, um, thank God for that much. But I'm just like, man, wow. I mean, I don't know why, and I ain't even trying to find out the deeper of why, because God will reveal, or it'll just remain a mystery, because I don't care for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not concerned about this person. And so I really wish they would stop being that wrapped up in my stuff, my affairs. This person tried to so-called think he was going to set me up with somebody and all types of other stuff. So, and I guess emphasis on setup. Ain't no telling. But anyway, my boys running around outside doing what I tell them to do, their laps and stuff. You know, they must be taking what are they? What are y'all doing? What are you telling him? Y'all didn't even have to sit beside each other to take a break. Somebody could sit there, and somebody could have left that in there. But y'all can sit out in the yard. Oh, you don't want to sit in the sun? Oh, well, yeah. The side of the house is the shade where he's going, right over there. Then when y'all done, move them chairs back over here. Anyway, I don't know what they was trying to do. I think they was trying to avoid sitting in the sun, but let me tell you. And by the way, the sun gives you nutrients, so it gives you vitamin D. And anyway, I see a piece of paper over there, not in the street, but right over there behind that tree. I want you to get that up. It's being careful, and if you see anything else, it's straight ahead behind that tree. Kind of in a ditch, kind of not. To the hurry up and move. Come on. Oh, that's a mask. Go run and throw it in the green trash real quick. Then come back and sit down. I'll give you some hand sanitizer. Man. Okay, I ain't mean to take all them breaks, but yeah, so him, and I mean, he definitely should not be coming up regarding anything. He wasn't even included in a certain dream that I had. I had a dream, I think it was this morning, about his so-called wife or whatever. But yeah, so my thing is just like, focus on your life. Focus on, if you came to a place that you have built, I don't want to even say built yourself up, but you've established something and you have something that is maybe worth losing. Continue to focus on bettering that, improving that. If somebody needs some help from you and you're able and you'll be willing, but you know, he's the type that seems like he don't got that mindset. Another thing was, I was thinking again about my boy's dad. I mean, his name then came up a couple times anyway. Regarding a dude who just threw his baby in the lake recently, and there's some other stuff or whatever. I be having some, I guess it's weird thoughts when it comes to him, my daughter's dad. Like, what if somebody was to ask me, you know, who would you want to do time if you had to do time, this, that, and third. So when I started thinking about that, I went back to a time when he kicked my door in. He had left his phone here, and I didn't open the door when he came back because it is what it is. You left your phone here. It was meant to be revealed to me what was going on. He kicked my door down just to get his phone. And I ended up, I had to do a police report and all this stuff, but he didn't get in no trouble or anything for it. And he was like, oh, you really love me and this, that, and the third. So he equated basically him not getting in trouble because I didn't give details to me loving him. And I'm like, I cared about you before that happened. You can't tell that. Like, somebody has to do that to show you that. I'm like, what? And I'm not out here just trying to get people in trouble. And then furthermore, what goes on in this household and and at the time, you know, I was hoping he was saying this, our household, it's gonna stay here. I hope that he was clear about that, but evidently. And like I said, I got the emails too. I got the receipts. It happened in December of 2013, getting ready to go into 2014, I believe. And so yeah. And so when that happened, and then it was another time when sheesh, what was it? Well, it was that time or whatever. And I just was, yeah, my mind, it seems to be slipping today. I hope not, but at the same time, sometimes it just comes back and I can remember something, but it's really hard. Seems like really difficult to try to remember stuff these days. I was about to talk about how his daughter's mom, it was one time when he was getting locked up or whatever for something. I don't know. I think it was tags, but him, he didn't never really confide in me and tell me certain stuff. He would confide in people that was outside this household and stuff like that. Like, he couldn't talk to me, and I'm just like, it was just no way. Ain't no way. So yeah, you doing something you ain't got no business. But anyway, he got locked up on one of his lunch breaks or something like that. Probably should. You doing something you ain't got no business. And this was the time when he like pulled my feet out from under. And I know this stuff be sounding crazy. And again, even with the whole rape thing, I may be talking about it like nonchalant. That's because I asked God for healing, and that I'm not saying that it didn't affect me. It did. It affected me in ways that I didn't know and understand. But I'm a type of woman that I was like, you know, rape is pretty much the same thing as sex. It's just not consensual. Now, you know, now that I know, and that's all I really made of it. So it didn't like highly offend me. When I realized deeper, you know, I'm offended. I'm offended because it's like trying to steal something and take something from me, and it took, you know, things that can't be touched. It took, you know, it contributed to taking my joy and stuff. And even when it happened, I didn't just write it off or anything or not say nothing to him about it. I definitely said it, and he was like, oh, he tried to reduce it and downplay it and try to say, oh, that happened yesterday. Like, it had happened, and then I didn't say nothing about it until probably the next day. He was like, oh, that was yesterday. And I got the receipts, of course, where he said it. Now, of course, he's not going to self-incriminate more than, well, he probably was stupid enough back then to do that, but he was just like, oh, that was yesterday, and started calling me cuckoo and this, that, and the third. And that reminds me of the... Bring that step stool in now if y'all coming in. Ooh. Hold on. Are y'all in for now? Okay, lock that screen door, close the green door up a little bit, and yeah, I'm in my room for a few minutes. But I remember when I'm speaking of the baby, back in the news for that again. Oh, that's where the name came up too, because her brother's name is the same as their dad's name. So he was getting beat. Oh, and that was the thing. He was getting beat up, and I'm not really laughing at the dude. I mean, I think it's cool that a brother wants to protect his sister, but baby, it's just some stuff you need to stay out of in regards to her relationship and who she got a baby with, because she chose that, And, of course the boy was getting jumped and stuff and dragged or whatever at the at the bowling alley or whatever. And I was thinking in that moment, what if that happened to their dad? I ain't even lying. But I don't want to get into that because I know I've done that before regarding my daughter's dad. I was just like, I can't wait till you get this, that, and the third. And I ain't going to sit here in front. I have thoughts of and feelings of, well, when is this going to happen to their dad? But yeah, honestly, I be having feelings that's deeper than just getting beat up and robbed like her dad or whatever. And so I don't be wanting to speak that stuff off my tongue. But yeah, so not to get sidetracked, but yeah, that name is coming up because in the news today because of that, whatever. February 10th supposed to be my so-called stepsister's birthday, and I I don't forget people's birthday once I know it or whatever, and especially when I knew it for years. I don't know, I guess she probably I think she's 2 years younger than me, so I think she probably she might be turning 33. I don't even know. Maybe, because I know she was 2 years younger than me. So anyway, that's interesting. Wow. If so. But back to that. So yeah, his daughter, he was getting ready to get locked up. This was when he snatched my legs out from under my feet. Alright, snatched my feet out from under my legs, Lord. And, he lifted up one of my feet, and it was like, had me hopping on one leg and stuff like that, and about to make me fall. And this is when I was pregnant with our second son, and I didn't know. I don't think he knew, but I don't know. He might have had a vision and knew. And so I think that's why it got real violent, because for one, the enemy wanted something to happen to our son, which it did. He's still here 6 years later, 6 years plus. Thank God. I mean, that was a couple times that the enemy just wanted something to happen to our kids in a subtle way, not in just the outright. But and so then and I really want to do my videos on the Chromebook because it's just so much easier. It takes up less of my memory and space on here on these devices. But he did that, and he ended up getting arrested. I think this was that time, and then he was wanted. That's them loud brakes on a bus. They need to fix them brakes. And then he wanted me to reach out to his dad, his brother, and this, that, and the third to go help him out. And then, so he told me to call his brother. And so I called his brother. I was like, well, your brother wants such and such, this, that, and the third. And his brother snapped back at me, the one that's deceased now. He snapped back at me. He was like, he in this mess because of you. You go get him. And I'm like, what? Wait, what? So, I mean, I guess if he had certain feelings towards his brother, I can understand why he did. Like, why would my brother be feeling like that? But I told him, I'm like, for one, I didn't even explain to his brother. I'm like, what? I'm thinking to myself, I'm not the reason why he's in it because he's in it. Because his behavior, his bad behavior, his actions and stuff. And there was just no way around it. Like, there was no way to avoid it. And so then, and this is the time when I think I told my daughter to call the cops, but he ended up calling the cops first. He just, like I'm telling you, he just do spiteful stuff to try to spite me, and then he gets himself out. It's to spite me, and I didn't even do nothing. You spiting somebody that didn't even do nothing to you. You did something to them, and you turning around spiting them. So imagine how retarded you gotta be. What type of retarded spirit you gotta have. I don't want to go there with his spirit, because I don't know. God got him, I guess. But anyway, reach out to the brother. The brother said that, and I went back, and of course, and I told him, I was like, why is your brother snapping like that? Like, what's the problem? You acted like I could reach out to him and it wouldn't be an issue. It's not me reaching out. I ain't asking him for nothing. So anyway, and then I think the next day he was getting out. He spent the day or night in there, and then the next day he was getting out. And I was asking different people. I was like, well, let me ask his daughter, because all he had to do was leave his key, and I could have went down there and picked him up, but he didn't. But I was like, let me ask his daughter's mom, will she at least go pick him up? I didn't know what type of terms they was on or anything like that. But I called her, and she was like, what? No, I'm not getting that nigga and this, that, and the third. Now looking back, I didn't understand then why she felt like that, but I look now and I'm like, I mean, hey girl, I know the feeling, because now he's considered my so-called BD, and my and similar with my daughter's dad. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, but at the same time, I didn't know why she felt like that, and I was like, well, and I was trying to get her to see, well, if he locked up, you know what I'm saying, we can't get them funds rolling in to take care of these kids. He was getting out or whatever. He was good enough to at least do that. And she wasn't trying to see eye to eye when it came to that. So I was like, okay. And I didn't do nothing but just try to understand. And I was like, oh. And I told him, I was like, well, if I let her know. And she was like, And that was that. So probably after that, everybody probably tried to purpose to make me look like a bad person to him or something like that. I don't know. And that's on him. If he decided to see me like that and come into agreement with that, then that's on him. And then he started again. If he gets spiteful, I didn't do nothing to you, but then you start to get spiteful. When you spiting me and I know I didn't do nothing, or when you spiting anybody and they didn't do nothing to you, you're spiting yourself, and you're going to do some damage and self-destruction to yourself. But anyway, so I don't remember how he ended up getting out. I think he had me call his dad too and ask him about a bail bondsman and this, that, and the third, and that seemed like it was just a flake. It was just so, his dad didn't seem to care at all. But I don't know how, some type of way he got out or whatever, and I can't even remember who came to get him, how he did or whatever. I just know his vehicle was left parked here, but he had his keys. Because he, I guess, didn't want me to, again, you got something that I can utilize and stuff like that, but you don't want me to utilize it. So, that was that or whatever. This is what type of crazy I've been dealing with. And so I'm just looking back on that and about the jail time and stuff like that. And just, again, those were times when I could have helped him. We could have kept stuff in-house. He opted not. And I guess, he stayed here and he received mail here at one point in time and stayed here quite often. But he just never decided, hey, this is my residence and this, that, and third. And, well, whatever was on the inside of him for why he felt like that, I don't know. But he got some good night's sleep here, plenty. Took showers, got his clothes washed, ate here, and all that other stuff that goes along with that. Was with the kids, spent time with the kids and stuff like that. You would think I would miss it. I was missing that I was missing some of those things, you know what I'm saying, for a while, because I could never get those things all the time or consistently, like not even halfway consistently. It would happen every now and then after that, it would try to change up. And again, it goes back to those relatives across the street, and then to me, it does go to the neighbors next door, because he, as the man, he wasn't the man of this, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't claiming to be the man of this house, but except he did try to file taxes one time as head of the household, and I'm like, he just did so much confusing stuff like that. And I was like, what? But when he took the clothes over there, and it's like, why would you do that? So it was like always, you're trying to go around me and stuff, and you're dealing with people that either I've already dealt with and talked to, sat and had sit downs with, and either I determined that I'm not going to be that close to them, or I'm going to be this close to them, or I'm not going to be close to them at all. And you still trying to play off of that or something. I don't know. It don't make no sense that, what's this, 12 years later? 12 years later, I'm still, you know what I'm saying, from the time that I've known him, I'm just, it's still stuff trying to play out and recover and recoup from. But, 3 or 4 years later from the time that I ain't even been around him like that. So, he made some kind of impact on my life. And I definitely don't like to say a good one, but I can't. It's so crazy because I can't really determine it. I can't find a conclusion. And see, that's where God come in. He know the end from the beginning. He know he's the beginning and the end. So he knows those details. I see a truck coming up. I'm trying to see if it's a truck that's for my house or what. No, I guess. I mean, everybody on the Amazon tip now that I've been ordering Amazon. But I'm jumping off Amazon because they've been doing some foul stuff and I ain't in the mood. So y'all have fun with y'all little Amazon swing spiel. Then I wonder, is this the same dude who delivered that day? I wish I could zoom in. I think that might be him, but I would know him probably by his shoes or whatever, because I remember somewhat what kind of shoes he had on. But anyway, so yeah, I just can't come up with a conclusion or whatever. And so back to that question that I was thinking in my mind, like, what if somebody was to come and ask you, well, who do you want to do some time, him or him? And, some people will say, oh, well, your daughter's dad taking care of your daughter and this, that, and the third. No, baby, God ain't revealed to me that he's taking care of her. He showed me that my daughter was trying to cover her dad and stuff like that. And I'll be careful to say, oh, he got her, so he taking care. Oh, no. And plus his intention for my daughter, from what he told me out of his mouth, was some other stuff. So, And to me, that's definitely criminal behavior when you got bad intentions for your kids. And then, of course, what their dad did to me was definitely criminal. The rape and just everything that ties into that. And so, again, if somebody would say, basically, like, who's the lesser of the two evils? All I can say is my boy's dad, he been consistent in contributing money, but he will rob Peter to pay Paul. That's, what I'm saying? And then we'll get you entangled to something else. So, can't stand that. And it'll, it could be something that could potentially catch up to you down the line that, what I'm saying, you didn't even know, you didn't have the details of. You knew, you ain't stupid because you knew he dabbles in something, but you don't know exactly. And you don't know enough to be able to discourage him from doing that, which I've discouraged him from doing things before he even took the steps to do it. So, and then with my daughter's dad, we was younger, so, and I haven't been in his life to try to encourage or discourage him. He probably felt more discouraged regarding me because of how I've been dealing with him lately, as of the last decade or so. Because I don't like him. And I don't just say, oh, I don't like this person, so that person needs to go to jail or this, that, and the third. No, I want whoever did the violent criminal acts and this, that, and the third. That's who need to be, whatever the case may be. So, by me not knowing, just like, people don't be knowing which president to choose and stuff because they don't be knowing the details. You gotta stay prayed up. You should stay prayed up to do that. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people just do what they want to do, choose who they think they like and who can offer them this. And just for example, you got people that had Joe Biden signs up, and I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm just saying, look at the stuff that he got going on. And some people is feeling like, oh, dang, I already need, he ain't no better than Trump. He this, that, and that. I'm just like, oh, Lord. Just, that's double-minded. It's unstable. And, so, yeah. But with that said, I don't know. It's February 10th, 2022, and I still wouldn't know. We are, what? Oh, my goodness. We are 11 days shy of my son's 10th birthday. I'm so happy. Trust God that he'll make it. I really have peace that he'll be alright. But he's going through some transitions. He was crying last night. Now I know why I was feeling emotional, because he ended up crying because he was gonna have to be off of his hold on. Yeah, that was Mr. So-called dude riding past here. He drives a silver Dodge Charger or something like that, and tried to ride around here and think that I'm gonna want to jump in there because of the I don't, baby. You got 4 wheels and it goes and it keeps me and my kids safe. That's the kind of car I like riding in. I do not give a damn about nobody's flashy cars. The cars are nice to look at or whatever, but I'm talking about safety, and I'm talking about room for me and my kids. And even if it wasn't me and my kids, I don't like to be in no tight car unless I'm the driver. If I'm the driver of a little convertible or something like that, and my so-called mom used to have a Camaro back in the day. I felt claustrophobic in that, but we had to hop in there and get it, you know. But yeah, God is the judge. God knows best. God knows what's really, you know what I'm saying, who really be doing certain stuff. God knows who's really the so-called mastermind. I really be feeling like my daughter's dad is too stupefied to do the things that my boys' dad does. But you know, I gotta give it to both of them. They're both smart enough to make some kind of moves. I'm telling you. But I can't tell who's. See, because one committed criminal behavior towards me and against me more recently. Both of them committed criminal behavior. One did. Oh Lord, here they come. One is just not. It's not rape. Well, the other one tried to do some other stuff. But yeah, trying to make sure my stuff didn't blow into these people's yard or whatever. I just be trying to keep my stuff tight for real. Because they're petty. They're not, you know, they don't care about something until I mention how I want something done around here. And then they start, okay, well, that's fine. We can do it like that. But it's all types of trash and different stuff in their yard. But, something else I was trying to say. Oh, yeah, I was still talking about that. I don't really need to hear what they're saying, because I don't really care. I don't really care about them. I'm just trying to really see who's who wears where, who's where. Because sometimes he drive this white van, and then sometimes she be driving the car, but I don't know. The blinds ain't been open today. They usually, trust me, open up them blinds so they can peer over here into my life, of course, but but they be looking at other people too. But a lot of people try to put the focus on me. But, oh, excuse me. So, yeah, I wouldn't be able to determine, but all I know, and it's not, you know, this question is not being asked of who you like. Who I like the most, of course, would be my boys' dad, who I once liked the most anyway, but now they almost equally disliked. And I say almost because it is what it is. I felt more attracted to my boys' dad, and you know, I got boys with him. And it's not that my girl was nothing, but I got boys with him, 2 of them. So I'm like, I'm like a go. When I wanted, you know what I'm saying, I had wanted to have a daughter with him previous times or whatever, but let me see if I can take a screen capture real quick. I don't even really care, but might as well, just because he moving too dang on slow. It was just him getting out, so I don't know who, where. Honey, I literally hope that they all somewhere minding their business. Oh, hold on. Dang it, I missed it. I think that's something. Oh, there she goes. She did hop out. I kind of got it, but I almost missed her. So she waits till he gets almost all the way in. They so something to me. They funny. Anyway, yes, that's how I operate. That's how I roll. If I need to take my screenshots and stuff, that's what I do. Because that's the generation. That's the times we living in. It is what it is. But, guarantee them blinds finna be open soon. They just feel like they can't miss nothing. But yeah, I felt more attracted to my boy's dad. I don't feel attracted to my daughter's dad at all. Even with him doing whatever. I mean, and it'd be great if he is actually taking care of her and not just trying to, but he's been trying to spite me as well. So that's another point against him. And see, if I tally up all the points, baby, I'm gonna lose track. And it's crazy how first, if I had to say somebody was winning, which I'm not, it's not a competition, it would have definitely been my boys' dad, because my daughter was here, he was here with us interacting, he was here with his kids, and he was contributing some money. My daughter's dad was contributing some money every now and then, but also just, he was buying something to eat, and of course all of my kids was going to eat from that. Every now and then, and again, it was just like, I'm not giving you no money if I'm gonna do this or whatever, and I'm like, I don't know who y'all think y'all are, but okay, not a problem. But I could have said, I ain't giving you no money when you was locked up. I ain't putting no money on no books. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And that, granted, as a woman, I didn't just hand him no money like that. I did one time, and if I do it one time, honey, I don't play with mine, and I don't forget. And that wind started picking up once they got here. Ooh, it's a windy day. Hold on, let me show y'all a little bit. I'm glad though. It's windy. I love it. But yeah, yeah, I took the top off my gazebo because I just try to I'm trying to keep my stuff tight. I'm trying to make sure these gusts of wind, this stuff is not blowing down and blowing over into people's yard and space and stuff. Because, I mean, that's how I feel. Like, it wouldn't have been a big deal for somebody's stuff to blow over into my yard if they come and get it up. But just the place that we've gotten to now, I don't even want y'all stepping in my yard. I don't even want y'all looking over here. But I definitely don't want y'all to feel like y'all got a reason to step over here, period, because I'm going to take it as a threat. I'm going to take it very personal, and it's going to be a problem. So, yeah. And really, I need to be here, be in the space that I'm at, because my name is on so much stuff. And again, if my boy's dad would have stepped up to the plate, got his name on certain stuff, then he could have been able to hold it, quote unquote, hold it down if it was necessary that I go and hold on, let me double check again. That I have to go through. I don't know what he got going on. Maybe he's going to get the trash cans up. I don't know. Check the mail, whatever. But I'm going to keep my eye on them as much as I need to. Okay, wait a minute, because it looked like he kept going past. Okay, guess he was going to get the trash can. You gotta watch these folks. No, and when I say gotta watch them, I really mean that. Somebody said that you gotta watch me because I asked what they cooked that day. Because they came over in my yard first trying to give me some information. You gotta watch them. That was basically their communication for, trying to let me know that these people's kids are bad, but it was really them who. I'm gonna let y'all see what I'm saying, but wait a minute, because it's about to cut off. There's cameras that they got or whatever. They don't really be having them running or whatever anymore. They just be having them, just to be having them. Get tired of seeing them notifications pop up with every time the wind blow. But yeah, so anyway, I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say. I just wouldn't know, and not that that's being posed to me or whatever, but you know, it's a possibility it could. God could be like, what you gonna do with this person? And you know, he very well could ask them the same question. You know, what do you make of this person? And honey, my boys' dad already said, "Oh, you out of here." Basically told me. So you would think that because he said that to me, that I would definitely feel like that about him. I feel like that now, but I'm a decision maker. So when I make a decision, I want it to be made with wisdom, not just anything being done or whatever. So done or said. But yeah, so I wouldn't know. I ain't been around them for them to really like personally attack me directly. Now they still indirectly do little stuff, but yeah. But of course, with the stuff being said that my boys' dad allegedly told somebody that's, again, this is a outside person and basically a third party regarding me, that I was incarcerated. And I'm like, why would you be communicating with your deceased brother's chick or whatever? What y'all got going on? Make you think. Never know. Could have been done laid up over there with her. Could have done had relations with her. That's a whole nother thing. Again, that have not been revealed to me. But yeah, but one thing about it, I know her dude was trying to get at me. I don't know. Was he trying to spite her was he trying to spite him and her? I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, so I don't know what's all going on, but I don't care for it. And yeah, the main thing, as far as my boys is that I just want to stay far away from him. If I was to ever talk to him or whatever, it would definitely, at first I didn't know and realize that it need to be at a distance or, somewhere safe, because I know that I'm going to get upset enough, and I know that he knows how to definitely push some buttons and whatever. But then my daughter's dad, of course, he will physically try to harm me. If he could or whatever, and his words too, and just all, he's very destructive. So, both of them is about neck and neck. But one of them I would prefer to talk to behind the glass. One of them I've already talked to, not behind the glass, but across the table, because he was locked up. And I just don't want to talk to him, and I that's my feelings today. Like, I just don't want to, even with my daughter reaching out recently, girl, please do not communicate nothing about your dad, with your dad about me. I don't want to communicate. And I just seen this YouTuber recently, her baby daddy was acting like, whether he was acting or if he was just really putting it out there, like, yeah, I'm trying to get that old thing back. And she was like, I don't like you. And she just flat out said it, I don't like you, and matter of fact, it's time for you to go, because I don't want nobody to get nothing twisted. She didn't say all that, but that's what I took. And it was like, I don't like you and I don't want you. But I haven't been liking my daughter's dad for a long time, and not wanting him, you know what I'm saying? So that's that. And I do feel like at a certain point in time, he had a care and a concern about me. But when he didn't, he chose other stuff, the streets and all types of other stuff. My boys is that, he definitely chose the streets, the sheets. He was just for a lot of stuff. But like, my thing is, you can be mad at a person like that. That's a snake type of person. But I just couldn't be mad at the fact that it was so blunt and in my face that, like, for the most part, it was still some other stuff that he had. And honey, there's probably some more stuff that's gonna come out regarding him, but I be trying to keep that stuff away from me. I don't be wanting nobody to tell me nothing about my kids' dads. Either they can tell me, or I don't really need to know, or my kids, can tell me or whatever. But I don't be wanting to know nothing about them. If I ain't, especially if I'm not feeling them and on them like that or whatever. Because they done talked about me so bad. They done said stuff. They done sat around other people speaking about my name and stuff. And they know. I don't do stuff like that. They done tried to provoke people. My daughter's dad definitely tried to provoke people that, I've interacted with and stuff like that. Boy, I'm not even being nowhere where chicks that you deal with be at. I mean, granted, I be at home, but I'm not being nowhere with them. Like, and if I see them or be around them, I'm not gonna sit over there and try to bother with them and stuff like that. Try to comfort them because of something in the past. I'm gonna address. You talk to your person about that. Well, dang, you slept with this person, or I've revealed it to him, and I told him, I've been with this person or whatever, and you just so happen to try to be on every damn scene and every set that you go around the person. That's on you. You should be more focused on at home front, in which this is not his home, but I'm just saying the regarding your daughter and stuff like that, and regarding your own personal life. Stop trying to go and pry into whatever. If I seen somebody and see somebody out that my so-called quote-unquote exes used to deal with, I might look and feel a type of way, but I did see my boy's dad so-called ex or whatever. I didn't stop her and say nothing to her. I looked and I seen her and we kept on going. If I had even had the opportunity to sit down and talk to her, I probably wouldn't, because honey, not he. Well, he was affected by whatever went on with them, but like, and girl, you his past. What I need to bring you in his future for? Not at all, honey. No, honey, this is where you gotta let the Lord reveal to you about people. But anyway, this video getting long, so let me go. Let me stop. But it's a nice day outside. It's feeling good. I love the snow, but I like all the seasons. I'm thankful for all of them. Spiritually, I'm trying to get there. But the natural seasons, spring, summer, winter, spring, summer, fall, yes. Send them, Lord. Do what you will. I'm gone for now.